Since the beginning of his career, he has released 42 mixtapes, 5 solo albums, 10 studio albums, and much, much more. Coming out of Baton Rouge, he was one of the first from the area to make it and one of the first to quickly create his own personal identity. Beginning his career in the late 90s, an appearance on Mentor C-Lock's album, It's a Gamble, became Boosie's step into the spotlight. His unique and raw style led him to become a game changer in the rap genre. However, many people also know of Boosie for other reasons. His brute demeanor, criminal record, and recent involvement with pop culture scandals and controversies have only added to Boosie's hard reputation. If you're wanting to know about Boosie's dark, treacherous criminal past and why rappers are afraid of him, you came to the right place. Keep watching till the end of the video to find out why rappers are really scared of Boosie Badass. Before we get into the video, subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified when we upload more content. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Thanks. Throughout his career, Boosie Badass has had no problem being himself. Visibility, being someone who is passionate and being in love with what he does it with a certain badass attitude. He is a menace who will mess with you just as hard and as he loves. When he first started his career, he was on the come up and fast. He had quick success working with rapper Webby on the album Ghetto Stories, the first of 2 collaborations between the 2 artists. By January of 2005, Boosie had signed a deal with Warner Bros. Records. By the time he was 25, he had his first chart-topping single. However, Boosie's career wasn't paved that easy. Ever since he was a kid, Boosie had problems with the law. In 2008, he was arrested in Baton Rouge after police found a Glock and marijuana in his car. This was his 3rd offense of possession of marijuana and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Almost immediately after he was released, Boosie got in trouble with the law again, but this time for something much worse. In June of 2010, Boosie was accused of being involved with the murder of 35-year-old Terry Boyd. He was also charged with the possession of narcotics with intent to distribute. However, he was not found guilty for either offense. About a year later, in 2011, he was sentenced to 8 years in prison after pleading guilty to conspiring to smuggle drugs into state prisons. Before this conviction, Boosie had spoke about how he played the role of being everyone's plug while being locked up. Showing insight on his menacing behavior, he stated, "I didn't come to prison to do the right thing. I came to prison to violate." Boosie only had to serve 5 years after his lawyers were able to argue that the drug ring was a setup. Despite being in and out of jail, since Boosie never let the hardships in his life get the best of him, Boosie, born Torrance Hatch, was diagnosed with kidney cancer in 2016. On Twitter, he posted, "I need all my fans to pray for me. Doctor just told me I have cancer on my kidneys. Prayer is power. That's why I'm letting the world know. Pray for Boosie." Being a raw, rough, and eccentric person, it can be hard to think about what emotions he was going through in this moment. Boosie spoke about that the day that he found out about his diagnosis and said, "I ain't gonna lie, I just busted out crying." As of 2021, Boosie is now cancer-free, and it is evident that his demeanor never changed. On March 21st, he tweeted, "I'm cancer-free, #tears of joy. Thanks to everyone said a prayer for me, #God is great." Boosie is intimidating due to his unpredictability. He likes to pick fights whenever he can and refuses to change his mind. He stands up for what he believes in and doesn't back down, adding to his intimidation factor. More recently, Boosie has been in the headlines defending DaBaby in his recent controversy. While performing at Rolling Loud this past summer, rapper DaBaby said insensitive remarks regarding the LGBTQ community and those who have HIV. Rappers such as Boosie, T.I., NLE Choppa, and Tory Lanez. Being his usual Boosie self, he went onto Instagram Live and said, "Everybody ain't with their nephew. Not everybody with that shit. You just can't put that shit on everybody and expect it to be cool." In the same rant, he went on and dragged gay rapper Lil Nas X by sharing, Lil Nas X said he want to perform naked on stage for charity. You don't fuck with him like you fuck with DaBaby. He even sided. You don't feel that's disrespect? Going dance naked. You don't think that's disrespect in front of boys who trying to be straight? It's totally disrespect. He did not stop there by continuing with, "If I'm at an awards and he go up there naked, I'm gonna drag his ass off stage and beat his ass. You let an expletive dance naked in front of your children, you a or you like too." More recently, Badass also reacted negatively to Nas X's Industry Baby music video. He responded to Boosie's claims on Twitter by saying, "Expletives be like you, desperate for attention, then proceed to give it to me. Let me get offline. All of this negative energy is not good for the baby. Nas X has been living in Boosie's head rent-free for the last few months, but Boosie never stops. People never know what he will do next, creating a raw and hard persona for himself. In 2020, he also got backlash after claiming he had an adult perform on his underage son and nephews. He went on Instagram Live and stated, "Ask any of my nephews, ask any of them, ask my son. Yeah, when they was 12, 13, they got head. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Hell yeah, I got my son. You yes, a grown woman, grown, super grown, checked all my nephews out, super grown. Is she grown? She checked me out. I know what she did to them. She checked me out. I'm getting them prepared, man." Boosie responded to the haters by claiming he was a good parent and that he intends to raise his kids right. He went on to say, "It's better than watching cartoons. That's why they have iPhone 11s. They can watch as much porn as they want. It's better than them watching cartoons with two men kissing. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, we raise them differently. That's just how it is." Boosie Badass doesn't give a shit about what anyone says, and that's what adds to his appeal. He throws himself into situations that many would never dare to, but yet makes it seem as if he comes out on top every time. Being in the game for so long has given him the reputation of being one of the greats. Boosie has been in the game longer than half of the people he beefs with, giving him a sense of seniority in every situation. So what do you think? Is there a method to his madness? Are his actions justified due to his carefree, top-dog, eccentric attitude? Should rappers be afraid of Boosie Badass? Let us know in the comment section below. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget